y'all, listen, episode 105 in the building, Deadass Though podcast, another week. Special episode coming to y'all. It's only special because we're now in the building together for the first time like ever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of crazy stuff going on there, but we got Shells in the building, Nisa in the building,
Hello.
Jay in the building.
What's good?
I'm pointing to each and every one of you right now that ain't in my house. You know what I mean? So yeah, a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. We got a pandemic going on, so we are practicing social distancing.
I'm very good at it.
Damn. Sorry.
You got to get used to it. It's funny, right?
Social distancing.
Same.
I take that. I take you for that. I was gonna say I'm the only one with my full name on this chat, so I'm looking, and everybody got a nickname or a key name, and mine got my whole full name on it.
Nerd.
Right.
Won't say it for the viewers.
She took that shit real. Like as soon as you log into like a new thing, it's like full name.
Put a social security in it. She put a debit card information.
I signed up with. I did it the smart way.
I did it.
I signed up with Facebook.
What we're talking about first, because they have no idea that we're recording from an application.
Yeah.
Well, they got to cut the check first.
Well, we are
recording.
We don't need to shout out. Just know we using something. We figuring it out.
We're using certain software applications in order to give y'all that real.
This is alien technology straight from Area 52.
Exactly.
So we not COVID-19'd up. You know what I mean? But let's start it off, man. Like we started having this conversation a couple weeks ago. You know, Jay went into like just deep detail about how all that stuff works in the background, in the health field. And then fast forward all these weeks later, like this is real. We're in the shits right now, y'all. You know?
Jay, what is your take on it? Since you were the one that knew, the inside hand the most. I think you took it, I wouldn't say the most serious out of all of us, but in my opinion, I would say the most serious, but I won't talk for you or Shells, but
yeah.
I definitely feel like you knew firsthand. So what's your experience with all this? Where are you at right now? What's going on in your head?
Well, as you all know, well, maybe not the populace, but I work in the hospital. I transport for radiology, and I also work in the OR. But this shit is hitting the fan faster than it expected for anybody. And I wasn't kidding when I was telling everybody wash your hands and everything, because now there's a shortage of masks. People are coming in here with hysteria. Actually, matter of fact, we actually have people coming into the hospital on weekends when there's no supervisors or any higher ups, and they're taking the surplus of masks and of certain wipes that technically kill everything from bacteria to the old corona. But
yeah,
it's really starting to show its rear end to everybody. And what I had to deal with today just kind of really solidified like the oh shit factor. Like we're literally not prepared for this kind of scenario.
Yeah, we know
when when we tried to stress it to the media, like, hey man, take care of yourselves and really practice this social distancing, and now seeing that nobody's giving a fuck about it, like you're really endangering everybody. But being in the environment as the foot soldiers for this, I had to deal with the very first quote unquote could be possible corona case. And they're waiting for a rule out because they got to send everything out to Ohio and then come back. So within that time administering care to this patient, we don't know what's going on. We don't know. No, we don't know how to go about taking care of this individual. There is no cure. There's no treatment. It's just kind of like observation and just feeding and giving IV fluids and shit like that. So when it comes down to having this patient scanned, that's when I come in, and everyone already knew like that moment was going to happen, instead of doing it in triage where initially the patient comes in. So but
you're suited and booted when you deal with them, right?
Well, that's the thing. For the nurses who go in there to administer the care in person, you have to be gowned up. Like it's double glove before you put on gown, then gowned, glove over gowned, goggles, N95, surgical mask over it with fog mask on.
That's scary just to think about having to put that on to be around someone.
Exactly. And it's for the people who don't know what that looks like, I literally will. I probably will take a photo of myself gowned up and post it later on for the masses to see. I'll put it on Deadass podcast and just let y'all know this shit is real. This shit could
Seen it
get real.
first.
Yeah. So for me, they told me, because we're looking at a protocol on how to take this patient out the room to get it down to the scan. Mind you, everyone believes this thing is air, not airborne, but droplet precautions, meaning it's like flu. You sneeze,
Right.
gets on you. Not to be honest, I think this thing is airborne the way it spreads too. It's both. That's why it's so deadly.
Someone else
One
told me
person
that. My friend
yeah,
works for the ER, and she was like, I was like, I thought it was by touch, and she was like, no, we believe that it's airborne and by touch because of the way that it's spreading.
exactly.
Is like almost unbelievable that it would just be that. Is it spreading
That
so rapidly?
simple, exactly. So when we see that, I'm like, all right, how am I going to transport this patient to the hospital?
Yeah.
And he's already like, he sounds pretty bad. I mean, it's not like your normal person who's got like bronchitis or who's got pneumonia, and you literally sound like one of your lungs about to fall out.
Oh.
But it's that to an extreme. So
What were the
I noticed
symptoms?
when it got so generally the symptoms of them are like your common cold, but it gets progressively worse. So I don't know how to put it. You know those people, those smoker coughs,
Yeah. The
like
dry
those
cough.
people who are heavy off. Oh yeah, but it sounds like something
Like they're
wants to come
dying,
up,
like
but
they're
it's
about to
never.
cough up a
Yes,
body.
you're literally
Yeah.
sound like you're dying, and when you're near the room and you hear it, it's like blood curdling cough.
Oof.
Yeah, so that's how you know, and all the symptoms show. Like I can't go in too much depth because I don't want to violate any HIPAA
Of course.
for those listeners and stuff. So I'm just going to paint the scenario of what I had to do for an individual. So to be able to grab that patient and move them out, nobody has protocols for this. Nobody in America is ready for these kind of scenarios, because regardless of how they tell you what to wear, they don't know how to go about it when they have to remove this patient. So we locked everything down. Security had kept everyone outside that was trying to visit. They had locked down all the doors leading into the cafeteria, leading into the ER, leading into elevators, even to the stairs themselves. And I looked at her. I'm like, so I know protocol for handling these kind of patients are gowning up the entire time with N95 masks and everything. But you guys tell us that we can't go in the hallways with gloves. We can't go in the hallways with masks, because essentially when you go into people's areas, it's contaminated. You don't bring that outside of the room. Correct. Understood. But this is a very special case. And I looked at the nursing manager and asked him, like, so how are we going to do this? How am I going to get that patient there and then? So I didn't even get to wear the entire gown, mind you. I had to wear double gloves. I had to wear a 95 mask and a fog mask with the little guard. That's it. That's all I had to move that patient from boom to boom.
That's scary.
This shit is
Honestly,
trash,
like,
bro. Because that's the thing about having something like this that hasn't been dealt with before.
Exactly.
And keep in mind, like everybody that's a civilian who lives on the outside, they always expect like the government or hospitals to be on top of stuff. But it's like when something's never happened before, there's no protocol, bro. You're literally writing it as you go, and that's the thing that sucks about your current position, because it's like, yo, Slime, like you could do all your best, like treat it as if he has a flu or whatever the case is, but this ain't that.
It's not.
And we're in the shits right now, just trying to figure out exactly what's going on. And like I never thought in my life that I would see all this stuff shut down. Like New York is shut down, Las Vegas shut down, all the biggest cities in the world are shut down right now just to stop this from spreading.
I think they went to shut down the bigger cities, of course, because obviously so much tourism, so many people in a lot of places. And then they went to shut down the other. Like, I believe that Florida is a big city. It's not a big city, but it's a big state as well. It's definitely a big tourist site.
It's got a lot of body count.
A lot of body count. And it's spring break. Keep in mind, this is the worst time this pandemic could have started, because it is spring break. So everyone's coming down here from everywhere, and there's still people coming and traveling. Like, I was talking to, my homeboy. The same homeboy that we shouted out last week. No, it really is my homeboy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Last week,
I remember.
I was talking to him because he visited from Jacksonville, And he was like, oh, let's go out, let's do this. I was like, nah, I feel
No.
bad for even going out this past weekend. And I was telling my roommate, like, I feel
Yeah.
really bad for even,
Putting
entertaining the
yourself at risk.
idea of not taking it as serious. And then as soon as I heard that, yeah, as serious quickly. And then as soon as I like, people were like, okay, no more cases are coming. Like when DC shut down and they were saying New York was going to shut down, that's when I was like, oh shit, shit's about to hit the fan. And then right after that comes Florida. And of course, everything after New York gotta be Florida. Niggas move from New York to Florida. It's like we're paired. Somehow, some way. Like New
No, that's
York is
true. It's a
always, you
fact.
know what
No,
I mean?
nobody
So
can rebuttal that.
it came right after, and I knew it was like my job. We were all like, oh, we're gonna stay in business because as some of you may know from me speaking in prior podcasts, I work in a nightclub. It's an event venue as well as a nightclub. So we have concerts, private events, anything you can name, but we also are a club 3 nights a week. So most of our money does come from the nightclub business and also the concert business. Well, a couple of days before we closed our doors, per governor mandate, we got 20 shows canceled. 20 within a day and a half. 20 different concerts were canceled. That's crazy.
Not postponed.
Canceled.
Cancel.
Canceled. 20. These are people just not even wanting to come here. And it wasn't that big in Florida at this time. It just blew up in the past couple of, right before it got huge, they were canceling. And then it got huge the next day. And then now the governor
That's what she
of
said.
Florida, and then the governor of Florida shut. The mayor came out and said he was taking the liquor license from Orlando nightclubs. And then right after that, literally 20 minutes later, the governor in Florida shut the entire restaurant, nightclub businesses down. And now, obviously a lot of small businesses are going to suffer in this time, but I didn't take it until it really hit home. And for me, that hit home because, of course, that hit me personally in my own situation. And I was like, holy shit. Went to the store, got all my groceries, made sure my dog was good with her food. And I was like, okay, if I do have to still go to my work building, but I only work with 2 others and our offices are at least 5-6 feet apart, at least. So we're the only 3 able to work in that building at this time. That's what really hit me is that's all I'm doing. I'm going to work and I'm coming home. Work and coming home. And for me, as y'all know, I'm the outside body. I talk to everybody. I'm always at an event. I'm always doing shit. I'm
Extroverted.
sitting at home. Yeah, like I hear from people like you, Jay, and also one of my best friends for a long time works in the ER. And she said there was actually a couple of cases. The ER is walking distance from my house. That's scary that this shit is so close to being around. And it's so it's so much affecting not only my own life, but everyone around me that I was like, oh shit, I felt selfish for that. So the people that still want to go out and hang out and aren't taking it serious at this point are just being selfish. Back to my point about the my homeboy from Jacksonville, he came out here and he's like, let's go out. And I was like, bro, at this point, after Sunday night, nobody at all should be out their house if they don't need to.
It's quiet.
Like it should have been quiet because after Monday morning, that's when everybody was like, that's when New York got shut down and they were like, this shit is serious. And he still was like, oh, this is a joke. People are taking it too serious. I was like, bro, it's not a joke. This is a pandemic. This shit is spreading like wildfire. Like you have
that comment pisses me off.
Yeah, I know. And it, for me, I was like, bro, if I'm taking it serious and I'm always out and I'm always like, you know what I mean? You should take it serious too. I'm being honest with you. This shit is affecting everybody. It's not a joke. And he was just like, all right, well, basically, if I get sick, then time will come. And I was
Man.
like, all
right.
Man. All right, I'm
do
going to end this podcast right now.
Oh, man. You smart. You're going to be out.
Yeah.
My nigga wildin'.
I'm not going home to my family with the time that I'm off because my mom's not, she's not elderly. She still works, but she's in her 50s. And God forbid I get somebody in my family sick, like especially my mom. I was telling my coworker, I was like, I love my grandma to death. I'm really glad, and I'm not glad she passed, of course, not at all. But like the time that she passed was before this time. Because my grandma, the sickness that she was at, she would probably catch this she's very high risk. She would have been very high risk, very extremely. you know, and if she would have caught it, it would have been that. And I couldn't imagine watching somebody I love go through that. So I feel for the people who might have loved ones that are going through that. And my prayers go out to anybody who is
My
worried.
loved one has it.
What did you say?
I said my loved one has it. Can't be.
My loved one. He don't love his brush. I think.
Bro, he don't love his brush.
Talk about my love for him.
Something's popping. But
Wait, does everybody have the headphones in?
No.
No headphones in.
Interference.
A lot of interference.
no, mine's pretty good.
Want to make sure we have headphones in so that echo doesn't happen.
Yeah, I don't get no headphones on.
I don't have headphones in either, and now I feel guilty. I'm like, what? No.
Oh no, you're good.
I thought it would sound better without headphones.
Yeah, but I think we really do need to. I don't know how else to tell our generation that social distancing is
that's a losing battle.
Like, you know what? The best way to let them know how real this shit is let them go out and do what the fuck they think is appropriate, and come back and touch your loved one that's older than you that helps you all the time, and see what the fuck happens, bro. That's the saddest way to go about it. But
that's the only
this
way,
shit
bro.
is fucking real.
Yeah.
Like, nigga,
I've seen it.
Exactly. See, for example,
like firsthand, bro.
It's sick. It's sick as fuck. But go ahead, yeah. Let them hear how you see it firsthand, bro. They gotta understand the real. This shit is real.
Because listen, man, like we planned a trip to PR mad long ago, and this is pre-corona and all that. So we're already predetermined to go in. Like, yo, do we really want to do this? Everybody go? All right, cool. We gonna go. So 8 of us took that trip out there. You know, we were supposed to be there for a week.
Beware.
Trip was cut off by 2 days. Came home 2 days early. But long story short, got there that Thursday, partied that night, went outside. Friday, went outside, was having a good time. And that's really when it started to go down that weekend. And we're like, it's looking a little shaky. And it wasn't until, I believe, that Sunday that it really started to go down out there. And then they imposed a curfew, 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. Do not be outside. Don't do none of that. And people were still, like, not even taking this seriously, bro. Like, even the people that were in our party. And it's like, yo, Slime, like, this is real. This is something the shit that kills me is that, like, we haven't seen this before. So why do you think you could just be out there? Like, Jay just talked to us for, like, 10 minutes about exactly what's going on over there. And they don't know what's going on.
Do you think...
They don't.
So why wouldn't you take
Do you think that since, Puerto Rico went through that whole hurricane, a lot of them probably felt like they seen hell during all of that. You think they really care about the virus? Like, they take this serious as opposed to this wasn't even natural, but like natural disasters and shit like that?
I think number one is more like the tourism aspect of it. Like people just going out. Like,
I think it's the tourism aspect of it.
I didn't see a lot of mainland like Puerto Ricans out there. At least from what I saw at the time, like it was just a whole bunch of looked like tourism, bro. It just looked like 42nd Street, the spot that we was at. You know,
get that reference.
Face, but no, that could be it. Because you keep in mind, we always hard headed, bro. Latinos, black people, like we always hard headed. Like,
honestly, that's all I was saying. Like before, I was like, niggas don't take shit serious. They don't, and and I mean that as in all cultures. But my homeboy was like, "Oh, let's get soul food," and I was like, "Nah, I ain't getting shit. It's quiet because motherfuckers don't take it." I walk in that bitch and it's fully packed. No, I'm not doing that. I'm really not.
But I will say that them going through that definitely led to the quick use of the curfews and everything like that.
Who's doing something
they
right
shut
now?
It down quick.
Mad feedback. Whoever just started doing something is messing something up.
I don't know. I'm still. Yeah, I don't know. It's starting to blow.
Still echoing bad.
Check.
Is it me?
I have no idea.
Maybe.
Do you think it's my fan? Should I turn my fan on?
No, it's something. Somebody did something with their phone and caused an echo.
I mean, I'm just looking at the screen right now.
An echo.
Yeah, word. I haven't touched anything, but it sounds better.
Is that better? Check.
There no echo.
I think we're back.
What's good?
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
Anyway, like I was saying, to answer your question, Shells, I do think that them going through all that with the hurricanes and everything really led to the quick implementation of the different things that they did, bro. Because even the curfew that they had, 8 to 5, they were like, even though it's not curfew time, just don't come outside, period. Like, we're not trying to spread this at all. And then, coincidentally, the day that we were originally supposed to fly back, today, actually, when we're recording this, is when they suspended all domestic and international travel for 2 weeks. So we would have been stuck out there if we were just like, oh, no, it's going to be all right. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Bro, I'm
What if I
so
text you,
glad
go
I
home
told you.
now. Go home now. Like, no.
But keep in mind, that's just having the presence of mind to understand that this is something that we don't understand.
Mhm.
Anything can happen.
Right.
Bro.
But you didn't have that viewpoint at first when I first tried to like mention it, that something could happen while y'all are out there. But I'm glad.
Well, no, I knew. Well, the thing is, when I make decisions, I know exactly what, like, the repercussions of them. So I understand that something's gonna happen, but I'm confident in our ability to bounce back and make decisions to get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, if something happens, something happens.
Yeah, facts. Exactly. I mean, you could always go back once everything just.
But keep in mind, people don't have that mentality, bro.
Yo, March birthdays,
and they find
April
out how to do
birthdays
it.
Canceled. Canceled.
Everything's
That's the thing. That's why I'm telling you, you got to put them.
2020 is. I'm expecting
birthdays
fucking
in
aliens
this whole
to come out
2020
at
is
this point.
canceled.
Like,
we could all agree on that.
Shit is wild. I honestly,
I want them to
seen
come.
a post
Take
and it was
Corona,
like, this is why the government doesn't tell y'all about aliens, because y'all steal all the motherfucking toilet paper. Honestly, what will we do if there was aliens? Do you think there are
I still don't
aliens?
understand the toilet paper thing.
I don't understand the toilet paper thing.
Yeah, I think there is, dog.
Nigga. People will panic about just about anything. They are already buying vests and rounds. I'm like, nigga, people are dying to severe upper respiratory.
How do we know they won't come back?
You're buying guns and rounds, nigga.
Event that occurs. School shootings by guns. Fucking somebody got bombed by guns.
He said school shootings by guns.
No, that is.
I'm going to Gunther's.
Smith & Wesson stock rises every time there's a disaster.
Shit. It's crazy. Well, honestly, okay, I see the guns thing because maybe like people who don't have homes or people that know. I don't know. Robberies increase when there's disaster around. I know my businesses are boarding up our glass doors, and we also, are taking the precautions just in case people are going to try to break in and rob. I won't say exactly what. I don't know who listening, but we're doing things to make sure that we won't get a lot. Yeah, that we good at the end of it.
Wait. Are y'all locking down the building because it's quarantined?
What did you say? I'm sorry?
I said, y'all locking down the building because it's quarantined?
No, we're locking down the building because everywhere's quarantined, and that means that people know that most people aren't in their businesses, and they'll try to rob them for everything that they have. So yeah, we are locking down for that reason. Alarm. No, I mean, an alarm isn't going to stop somebody from breaking the window and trying to get in and take what they can. Meanwhile,
yeah, at that point.
Right.
If you even try to stop him, he's coughing now. Hit him with the. You can't trust him.
I got the corona.
No, you good. Keep on going.
Be like, man. Yeah, but I don't want to sit here and add to the hysteria because of those individuals that are so crazy. On tilt about it. I can't wear a mask in a fucking hospital. Not to make it personal.
Forget about you know what?
They told me to take
in
my
light
shit
of
off.
all of this situation.
So, yeah.
What are we doing at home? Right now, I'm going to let y'all know I've been drunk all day. Like, all fucking day. I'm not savoring. I literally have...
you better savor that shit. You better not drink too much. You got to save it
I'm grown
for the next 3 months.
My way. Like, well, you was traveling. Don't slide.
Send one my way.
We could drink off FaceTime.
But you mentioned earlier when the governor or whatever was like, yo, we shutting down the drinks in the clubs. When I first read that, I just heard, we shutting down all like liquor establishments, whatever. I was like, no.
Yo, that's the first thing.
And I kept on reading. I was like,
me and my coworker were watching it. I swear. Me and my coworker were watching it and we're like, no, all the liquor. And then it said liquor stores are still open. So bet we all went and bought shit. When I went grocery shopping, I bought my wines and stuff, But I'm gonna be kind of lit, keep myself calm. I'm trying to stay off the edge of shit.
I mean, you know what? How I tell people to move about it now, because there's no more advice I can literally give
Really?
anybody
No,
anymore.
I'm kidding.
It's just like, treat yourself like you have it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for
But
sure. I've been in my
you're
bed. I
literally
was so happy I was able
asymptomatic.
to
So
shower
don't go
at
out
like
here
fucking
trying
6
to
in the afternoon for
spread the
bed.
wealth.
I did my face mask. I've been sitting here. I got my bedtime clothes on. Me and my dog been together all day, and I've been drinking wine. I'm Gucci. I'm in the crib. I feel like I'm acting like I'm sick for real. I've been
Oh, damn,
watching
that's
You got
anime.
to.
I'm catching up on everything. I am, dude. I'm running through.
Oh, so she watching anime.
I've been picking
Okay,
up on anime for
that's
the
different.
past like few
She
months.
turned
I've
into
been
a
trying
different
to,
woman.
sprinkle it in for y'all. But I have so now I'm at the part where Naruto is only in the dub is
Okay.
over. So now I gotta watch all the Japanese. So I really have to pay attention. So this is the perfect time for me. They only take the Shippuden.
What?
Shippuden is only
Wait,
until
which one you watching? They should. Oh, they should all
no.
be.
Okay, so I
It's
talked with
heavy
my
anime
friends.
Anime
talk right
talk.
now.
They are
Dog,
dubbed.
at
Look,
this point.
they are dubbed, but you have to go to a different website to catch the rest of the dubbed ones. So for like Hulu or Crunchyroll, after season 3, episode like 148, something like that, there's no more dubs. So I gotta watch just the subs. So
Then you watch that
Oh
many?
yeah,
yeah.
nah, that.
So
Oh, okay.
yeah, and I'm running through Seven Deadly Sins. I'm
See, I'm proud
finishing
of you.
Hero
I'm actually
Academia.
proud of you. You better finish that shit now.
Yeah, bro, I'm finishing all that shit, bro. I'm
Hey,
about to start watching movies and
hey,
stuff. That's all. There ain't
I
no
fuck with
sports.
these
There
and
ain't no
nah.
fucking sports. There's nothing
I
else for
fuck
me
with
to
you
do.
nah.
Okay,
It's just rumors
I'm
and shit.
running through.
Sports rumors.
That's it. We're running through highlights.
Yo,
That's it.
my nigga,
ESPN
you
stuff.
turn
Yeah,
on
Just niggas
ESPN,
just
it's
playing
sports
sports
telephone all day.
rumors.
rumors.
That's
I
it.
mean, you might
Like,
as well go ahead and let them
ain't
know.
shit going on. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't even have
Find out
board
how
exactly.
to
games. I'm
Niggas just
looking
sitting
at
there
these.
looking at the camera.
I got a
What y'all
free
want?
deck of cards from Bud Light like forever ago, and I'm ready to break them out. Like I have nothing else to do. I
Yo,
might
I
read a
hate you,
book.
Kelly. I
Nice.
hate you so
yo,
much,
do
bro.
you know how depressing it is to watch grown ass men argue about rumors in suits all day? Yo, ESPN is looking crazy.
I
But one
seen
thing I do like is like the different like
Okay,
content that's
everybody's
coming
looking
out now,
crazy,
like people
dog.
the
doing 3-point
marbles.
contests
Everybody.
in their crib with like ice and shit to shoot it into the yeah, the marbles. Everybody's just betting on random shit.
TikTok is gonna blow. This
TikTok
TikTok
is
is gonna
booming right
blow,
now.
bro. I'm about to make a TikTok.
We were
I might
talking
do it with my
about
dog.
different things to like create content for the station, and one of the
Man,
big things is TikTok, of course.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about as well for Beecham and the
exactly.
Social and our other venues is to create like TikTok so we can create some type of like social interaction. So people
Yeah,
who come,
low challenge.
yeah, basically like people who come to our
This
venues and stuff
motherfucker
will still have
TikTok.
something to look forward to. It's all marketing. So
Absolutely.
it's definitely something to do, especially when you have nothing to do. People are gonna do
Yeah.
anything and it'll be fun. Like we might end up doing playlists, like DJ playlists, and give them out to people so you can enjoy
Well,
at your home. I'm ready to
Turn
dance
up.
on my couch
He
with
said,
my
"Yo, we still
bottle of
going live
wine.
10 p.m. from the beach, but
mm,
through your playlist."
Yo,
Live
turn your lights
from the
down low,
couch.
put on your strobe light, and get groovy with us.
Now, yo, Shells, we got to put them onto that Station Head app. They could just pull up and we just DJ straight from
No.
Station
That's
Head.
it. Call it De La Casa. That's it. That's what it is.
That shit will be
man,
there. You go. But
I
listen,
swear.
we all
I should have
coroned
poured me
out, man.
something
But
before
we
getting
gonna
on this.
continue to do this. You know,
I'm gonna be drinking. I might be
Right? You
you hear
heard
me?
that,
you
Yeah.
heard
Slim?
this shit cling.
Nigga dropped the bottle on the phone.
Damn. Yeah,
So I'm
she
gonna
done poured the
continue
whole
doing that
fifth, nigga.
in my time,
She said, "Boing."
you know?
That's what it. You got to use it.
Yeah, man. But I mean, what I'm doing for my creative outlet, to be honest, since I'm inside,
You should draw me a
just
portrait.
getting
That would be
my
amazing.
drawing, painting
Just
a
me
little
drinking
bit,
a bottle of wine.
have a little drink.
I will. The wine's falling down.
Hey, send me a flip.
All right,
Do
y'all
it
gotta
straight.
relax. Y'all gotta chill
You
out,
feel
man.
me? Like some
Mm.
different. Make it
Y'all have to
different.
relax.
It's a fact. And then Jay's gonna be like, "All right,
Dire
that'll be
times, my brother.
$70. Thank you. It's hard times. You need that bread.
Damn,
Thank
let me
you."
give you an IOU. IOU. I'm gonna give you an IOU. We're gonna
That don't
post.
sound,
We're
that
gonna
don't sound
post
like
it on
IOU
Don't
the
you send the
page.
support
bills
local
low
artists.
that
key?
don't sound like good business at all.
It sounds like the business that's happening right now. Okay.
Oh, wow. Well, she's strong arming you, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm not strong arming. Jay loves me. He knows I'm good for it.
Now she's
Jay's
trying to
like, I
take
ain't drawing
advantage
you
of your
shit.
feelings.
Jay gonna draw you a stick figure
Fuck it.
with braces just to piss you off. Like,
At
yo,
least
that's
I'll
you.
be.
You still got your
I'll
braces.
take it.
Those railroad tracks.
Hey, listen, there's somebody. Hey, listen, if somebody could put
It could
I'm
work.
telling
pen
you.
and
You feel
tape on
me?
something and make bread off of
Remember
it,
Stick
nigga,
Death?
a stick
Shit
figure
is
could
real.
work too, nigga. Yeah. But I mean, hey, I know y'all are
Honestly, I
knowledgeable on
mean,
this sports
with
shit, so what the
contact
fuck is
sports,
going on?
you knew that it just was going to be what it was.
Mm-hmm.
We done lost a
This is just the
soldier
beginning,
to
y'all.
it. You know,
This is
Shell's
just the
just feeling
beginning.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, it's a pandemic.
Yeah, but I'm
Shit's
talking about
happening. Weird
these
shit is happening
trades,
everywhere.
these
I mean, we knew Brady was leaving.
I
what the
didn't know that,
fuck?
actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. When did you people? I knew they had issues and it was
Fuck,
something
I didn't know that.
in that field,
Well,
but
I
I
mean,
didn't
I
think he
had
would
a hint.
actually leave.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way.
I don't think it
I
was
didn't think it
issues.
was
They
gonna be
saw him at they showed him with I forgot who his teammate was at a
Right.
basketball game, and they were FaceTiming the coach of another team, and someone
It's
took a
probably
picture
Julian
of it.
Edelman.
Yeah, I think it was Edelman. So,
Wow.
Yeah, that relationship has been severely just strained for quite some time.
Yeah,
So
he
it
wouldn't have
was
left
only a
if it
matter of time.
wasn't. It definitely was an an inside type of like situation, because when you're in an organization for that long and you built that type of like love and family ship and you've gone through a lot of like championships back to back, you're not leaving. That's like, bro, that's like literally, you know, God rest his soul, but that's like
Facts,
Kobe
right?
leaving the Lakers.
Us leaving
Let's
the
be
podcast.
honest.
No, for real.
Let's be honest. That's what it is.
Because both of them, that's a perfect analogy too. Because both of them built franchises with that team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they
And
never
they're
left
known
that
for
team.
that. You could,
Yeah.
you're not. Tom Brady is a Buccaneer. That shit don't even sound right.
May be a Buccaneer.
He is.
no, he's a Buccaneer.
He's a Buccaneer. It's put out.
He's a Buccaneer.
Yeah,
Edelman's a
I don't even
Buccaneer?
want to watch this shit. Wait,
No.
so is Edelman
No.
That's
leaving
what I'm
too?
asking. He just said
No,
Edelman is too.
no.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no. Oh, I was.
That's what. Yeah, I was like,
No, I
I'm
was
like, I
asking
didn't hear that,
if
but
you
yes.
was too. I was about to say throw the whole
Salute.
fucking team.
Well, thank you.
Who
I tried to
is
sneeze into my
sneezing?
pillow.
All right, who is sneezing? I'm glad we
Okay.
God
on.
bless your soul.
He said, I think about
Rona.
Roni. He got the Roni.
So I heard
Nah.
somebody come up with a little conspiracy theory that Tom Brady didn't let AB sign back with the Patriots through that whole BS because he knew he was leaving.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
Is that why AB
apparently that
commented
relationship
ghost?
is close, quote unquote.
Quote unquote. Did you hear what I said? Is that why AB commented goat on his farewell post?
Oh,
Of course,
I mean,
man. They
That's
fuck
what
with
I'm
each
saying.
other.
I'm like, they had to have been in discussion.
brain disease, so possibly.
that's
Shut the
crazy.
fuck. You know
Yeah, they
what?
probably want to
Come
have the
on.
He
cap space
bounced
You
again.
can't
back.
tell
He
me that
got
nigga
back
don't
with
get
his girl.
CTE.
He bounced
That
back.
nigga's brain is going to be studied for many decades.
It really is, and you know that's sad and heartbreaking for me to see him just crushed. Like his whole image himself is just crushed completely. No one's ever gonna look at AB the same. I can't even look at him the same. Like
There it is.
I mean,
it's
as long as he can still play football, they'll get over it.
he's not playing though.
I mean,
He's
I
gonna land
guarantee
somewhere.
He's gonna hopefully he'll come
somebody
back.
He's
would
gonna
take him.
land somewhere.
Somebody would take him.
For
Yeah,
his
but
own health, though, do you think he
He's still
should?
too talented.
Let's
Well,
get in
nobody
that
thinks
conversation.
nobody's saying he has CTE. Of course, they're not going to
You
put that
don't
on
know
him.
if they don't know though. You can't test
That's what I'm
CTE
saying.
till they're dead.
So there's no reason to hold him back from playing football. You don't know until after you pass.
Symptoms.
Well, the most important thing you could do if you are considering signing him is to make sure there's some sort of
Psychology
weekly
evaluation.
evaluation that he can go through.
You think the NFL gives a damn about that?
Listen, I'm just saying because we obviously see what's going on here.
Oh, yeah.
They're not dumb. They're not dumb. So for you to just get this man on your team, literally just throw him out there and put your helmet on, son.
Nigga, we saw
Come
this
on,
when
kid,
he
go
was
get
still
him. Go get him.
We
seen this so many
for a
times, bro.
while.
Honestly,
But the whole time
Hit
he was
him.
playing.
do you feel like
Speaking of,
the whole him getting let go was kind of because of he was showing signs? Because look at what happened with Aaron Hernandez, and they didn't let him go, and then what happened? Like He killed
It's
somebody.
1000% damage control. 1000%.
Yeah, that's all it is because they already went through it. They went through a major case because of someone having CTE on their team. And I mean, Aaron Hernandez showed signs privately of it. Obviously, the media didn't see it as much at the time being, but
signs of murderous intent.
yes, exactly. And who the fuck in their right mind is going to show everybody they're a murderer? Like, he was going through, he had a lot of anger issues. They would go from like 0 to 1,000. So, I mean, they definitely knew something wasn't right with him, and they still kept him on, and then shit blew up in their face. So I think that they took the safety the safety net.
I mean, listen, that's why Brady was like, yo, come with me, bro. Like, I'm excited to see what he does, bro, because without Jameis on that team, they're pretty all right. And this nigga going to have a chip on his shoulder, too. He going to have a chip on his shoulder. Like, listen, I'm the reason why y'all got these rings and all that.
It really is.
Belichick, it wasn't nobody, it was me. So he about to come out here wild.
That's what I was telling my homeboy because he hit me up because DK, he's a Patriots fan, yet he was like, oh, I'm not a Patriots fan anymore. I'm going where Brady go. And I said, you know what? I'll give you that. Okay, whatever. That's your favorite player, and you want to leave with him. I feel
That's
you. That's
cute.
Whatever. That's cute. Switch teams. Cool. Whatever.
I don't like the Patriots. I like Tom Brady.
But that was everybody with
right.
OBJ.
Okay. So I won't fault him for that. I was like, okay, I feel you. If that's your favorite player, then it is what it is.
You know what's dope? We get like mad games we get to go to and see Brady.
Right, exactly.
Facts.
It's ability and it's close, but they're gonna sell out a lot more because of it. But anyways, my point is, he was like, "I'm gonna be a Bucks fan now," and he lives in Tampa, so it works out for him. I was like, "All right, cool, whatever." If he doesn't show out, all of them are gonna be looking sick. All of them. Looking sick as fuck.
I mean,
same way that all LeBron fans were looking sick as fuck the first season he was on the Lakers. Let's be real. Sick as fuck. He didn't do shit his first season. He didn't do shit.
He goes all the way. We have the Super Bowl.
I was miserable and happy at the same time, and now I'm elated. Minus the NBA season being shut down.
Yo, by the way, NBA League Pass, NFL League Pass, free right now until April 22nd.
It's free because
go get
shit
that.
Going on.
Yeah,
exactly.
Everybody's paying for it.
The fuck?
Because not only does it have. Not only does it have this season, apparently has a couple archives.
The only thing that you can watch is bowling.
Everything? That's actually still pretty lit because there's some good ass games. So
yeah, there's no NBA, NFL going on. They're like, nah,
so they have
we gonna hold it down for y'all. They go straight to the
one of those niggas that watch highlights on YouTube.
I'll watch highlights if they're all in ASMR. That would be tight. If the announcers
what is with you with ASMR?
You know I have an addiction. It's a thing.
It's a sickness.
You be watching that shit crazy at the crib?
It is a sickness. Yes. I watch it to go to bed sometimes.
She's saying all this stuff about drinking at the crib, but she does ASMR.
I watch it and listen. It's enjoyable.
All right. Hey,
what do you mean? Sometimes they do like role play where they do like a fake.
Ooh.
No, like they do like they'll be like,
It said, I'm a piece of tape.
Whoa. You're getting you're getting your makeup done, or like you're getting like a massage or something, or like I don't know. They have different things.
Shells just said I'm a piece of tape.
Tape doesn't even make
you know how you make the sound with the tape stretches out?
That's not even a good. Yeah, no, they don't. I've never.
They just said that's not a good role play.
That's not a good role play.
No, because he tried it out, it didn't work out.
Okay, are you gonna make me an ASMR video for me to go to sleep to?
What is up with y'all in these transactions?
Yo, Jay doing like
we don't say that. We don't say that. We don't say that.
Role play.
Yo, you could do that. Oh.
Yo,
wow.
Jay with the Corona role play will be
Let me hear
great.
your heartbeat.
He said, "Oh, it looks like you got a fever."
He said, I got a
fever. Oh, you gonna hear it?
He's like, "Oh, you got a fever?" He said, "Show me that beaver."
What?
Ew. He said, "Let me take your thermometer."
Oh, that's the wrong role play.
That was the wrong role play.
Nah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Yo, Jay, you nasty.
Yeah. I think that was like we skipped all the bases and went straight to the face.
He said, "Yeah, let me put the mask on."
Find on OnlyFans.
He said, "Oh, you don't like the mask? Oh, fuck it,
I was
mask
about
off."
to do OnlyFans for my toes. See if somebody will buy some damn feet pics.
How you know
See,
I'm in
I quoted that tweet for you. You know what I
Thank
mean?
you. I
Just in case
appreciate
anybody
that.
was
Get the word out there. I'm selling
Word.
feet
just to throw
pics
the
all
real
day.
out.
Shit.
They
I was gonna do an OnlyFans for
They
the
like the
art.
way I
They
Yo,
like the
there
way
is some
I do the
serious
brush stroke.
undertones this entire.
Yo, because we in the crib. You know
Y'all
what
gotta
happens when we in the crib.
Y'all gotta relax.
we on the phone right now.
I know
Oh, we
you ain't,
sexting right
got
now?
shit
but
else
We
to
may be
do,
Oh, we're
sexting
man.
right now.
sexting.
relax.
Yeah.
Yo, Shells, you nasty. You listening
I
to
knew
us.
you were
You
gonna
listening
say
to all
that.
this. You're not even
This nigga
contributing.
said relax.
I hear
I was just
everything,
like,
bro.
damn, that's some good sexting. I'm gonna call my girl later from the other room.
This nigga sitting
We
on
were
the
just talking
toilet.
about this the other day, weren't we? Too about this shit. This sexting shit. Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
And here we are. How the tables have
Yeah, I
turned.
think so.
How the tables have turned. Now we're in a
Yeah.
group. We're in a phone orgy right now. Is that
Look,
okay?
bring it back to Tom Brady. It's gonna be interesting. All right, let's leave it at that.
Wow.
I think it's all
We
interesting.
just left that.
And then what else? Yeah, KD got the Roni. Drake may have the Roni.
I hate to
No,
see
let's just
it,
talk about how it first spread. Freaking Rudy Gobert.
bro. The diss track was it.
That big dumb.
Misinformation.
Diss track
Man.
was it for me. Who made that diss track?
Pretty sure
Some
everybody
random
makes
on
their own
Twitter.
track.
Rudy, you a bitch. That shit got me.
The fuck are we talking?
I said, damn, they hating. They hating.
That
He
nigga
said, "Mask on. He
everything.
here.
Like,
Mask off. He gone."
the hell?
And they
Honestly,
say he's a touchy Philly nigga too. Like he always jokes around, be putting his hands on niggas.
they were showing videos of it, and I'm like, that was the moment
But once again, that goes into the misinformation.
of how to behave during the situation. Oh, also you don't have symptoms.
Right.
Like you never know. So socially distancing yourself is key. And honestly, NBA shutting down, the city shutting down, all that was like an eye opener for me because I was like, God damn, you would have never assumed. You wouldn't have. And you wouldn't have known. And
Donovan Mitchell?
Elba?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is Idris Elba? That's how you say his name. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
He got it, and he's with his wife. First of all, I kind of chuckled at the video that he put out, not because of what he was saying, but because his wife was like, I got you, babe. And everybody in the comments, I love comment creeping. That's my favorite thing to do. People were like, bitch, you better get the fuck ASAP. But she over him, so I'm sure she got it. Like, it is.
Wait, hold on. The audio thing's happening again, yeah. So if anybody's doing anything weird, I think we back.
Okay.
Stop being weird.
The way that I hold my phone.
I'm not.
The way that I hold my phone might be over my speaker, so that might be me. I'm sorry. But
Got you.
he just put out a video saying he had no symptoms at all.
I think you're good.
But he was with someone who tested asymptomatic. And it's like, that shit scares me.
Asymptomatic.
Like, I'm not around anybody new, nobody that's been traveling, but I did go to Miami and I was hanging out and I was like, oh, bitch, I'm in the crib. Like,
Facts.
I'm in the crib.
But that's where it comes from. Because at first, you guessing, you have these symptoms, you're gonna be sick. But now with all these NBA players coming out, the actors and all that, like, I feel
Tom
fine,
Hanks.
but I have it.
Right.
So it's like, I'm sure these cases have existed before this, but we just didn't hear about them. But now since it's in the media, now it's like it don't matter if you don't have the symptoms, you might still have it. You know what I mean?
Right. And they don't
that's
track all
the
the
scariest
cases.
part. Yeah, that's why I told y'all, like,
that's why I said,
like, usually we record, I have stuff at the crib so we could do it and all that, but I'm like, I don't even want to put y'all in that predicament just in case, because we was traveling and you never know what can happen.
I risk it for you,
in the airport. Ooh, that's loud.
What did he say?
But
Shells and Kelly.
I'm being overt with it, nigga.
It says Shells has joined the chat. He said, yes, here we go. Here we go. But yeah, like, the misinformation, man, like, it don't matter, like, if you don't have it, if you have it, like Jay said, like, yo, just act like you got it, bro.
I thought you said something else, man. Jesus Christ.
Listen, you the one perpetuating all this nasty.
Jay
has
has
like a
it.
pervert ear only.
I thought he said Jay had it, the virus.
Just violated him, like, yeah, Jay got it, by the way.
Yeah. Like you just said.
Jay got that shit, so we can't really be around him.
Jay has it.
That's what it is.
Put me on
He said, "Why
blast.
you think we on this app, nigga? Jay got it."
That's why Jay trying to
See,
be
this how
nasty
rumors
over
We
the
spread.
phone.
all three of us are really at Kelly's and just Jay's at home.
We're just in different rooms.
Hey, listen.
Yo, imagine.
How
The same
mad
living
Jay?
room,
You know
straight up.
Jay was aggravated when he first got on here. How mad do you think he would be?
Fuck yeah.
Sick. Infernal.
He
If y'all were
blocking us on
together and I wasn't.
Instagram.
Dude, I'm
Sick? Is that a pun or something? Motherfucker.
Okay, all right. If you send me the
Nah,
ASMR,
he'll be
You gotta
sick.
send me ASMR first, and then I'll block you.
He gonna hear his doorbell ring.
Copy. Damn,
Yo,
I
he's
gotta
gonna hear
forgive
his
you.
doorbell ring. He's gonna
You
go
gotta
outside. It's
forgive
gonna be
me
a
for
pack
being
of
sick.
Coronas
That's
right at
crazy.
it. He's gonna be like, "God damn it!
some bullshit.
Who did this? Who did this? Forgot the lime."
Yo, you just spend the limes every day. Like, you already got the corona, nigga. Yeah. That's what you missing.
Yo, what made me
Just send
sick?
him a playlist.
Kelly, I posted
hella
the
sick, dog.
same meme that you posted about the dude that was like,
Same
"That's sick."
meme. Same meme.
Yes,
Oh,
he's
the paid
funny
in
as
full
hell
one?
with the paid in full one. That's my favorite movie. So that shit
Oh
had
yeah,
me
that
gone.
nigga that was losing his shit.
They fucking
Nigga, he killed
dead.
that shit.
Fucking dead, eh?
That shit. That
Cough
took a lot of
around
people.
me. Fucking dead.
Anybody
Fucking dead, eh?
That shit is
Cough
real.
me.
That shit is a fact. Because now you see, like, people don't even want to call. They have a video of Steph Curry at a at a press conference, and homie went to cough, and he paused it and just kept on looking. Like he was like, "Oh, because niggas don't think I got the Roni." Like,
Wildin'.
people don't want to sneeze, don't want to cough no more. Like, damn.
That shit crazy.
All right.
It's allergy season.
Acting like that's not normal. Like
It's always allergy
you have
season
allergies.
before.
It really
It's also-
is.
it's also
Homegirl
Roni
told me she sneezed.
It's
Timberland
crazy.
Homegirl told me she sneezed.
Like,
And her,
but
yeah.
I think I got the Roni.
All about Ronnie.
Jesus thing. All right, we can't joke
enough,
around about this shit no more. Goddamn.
I know it's
So
like
we've been
taking
doing
over
for the
our
last 10
lives.
minutes.
Oh, y'all wanted? You guys mentioned Jay Electronica's album dropping. I did not listen, which I
No,
should,
this is
and
our
now I
lives.
have the
This is
time
normal.
to. Can we get filled in? Can y'all put me on once again?
I mean, you're already aware.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
what's going on?
he's an acquired ear.
Let's listen to it. It's
honest.
10 songs.
I know you guys sent the.
Like, it's not
You
somebody
guys
you'd
were
be like,
sending
yo,
in group chat, so I know it's there. I heard a few other people talking about it. I've heard some good shit, so I don't know if y'all wanted to dissect it for our listeners who may have also heard it or may want to.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. Listen, we were waiting.
This is getting trimmed, absolutely.
I wasn't really big on him.
We were waiting 10 years for this, bro. So there's a lot of strong feelings on Twitter about the album. You know what I mean? We were waiting for quite some time, man. I don't mind it. I like it a lot. Keep it a stack.
After Kelly said it would never come out as of recently, like a month before it was announced.
I think that always happens with
that the album was never coming out.
But that's why I was so happy to see the rollout. The rollout was dope, man. What?
Hey,
I just said it. Said it wasn't dropping like fucking last year.
I think it's a Kelly thing. You should just say whatever is not dropping until it drop.
I just don't believe inconsistent motherfuckers. That's
it is. Kelly say everybody not dropping, nigga.
Like Party. How many times has Party? I've been very vocal on this podcast talking about Party.
Let's hope he drops.
He's supposed to. We not gonna talk about.
Dropped in February.
Anyway, he should have dropped in January. Anyway, all right, Jay. Jay. So the rollout was dope because it was supposed to drop, I think, this weekend, but then he dropped it early last weekend. Did an Instagram and YouTube live in the studio. Hove in the building, Emery in the building. Everybody was in the building. Fire. And you know how it is when you hear like music through like the studio speakers. Like everything just sounds fire. Everything. So, you know, Jay hasn't dropped anything in like 10 years, so you don't even know what to expect.
Exactly.
The first track, the first voice you hear that raps, fucking Jay, not Electronica, nigga, Jay-Z. Lost our fucking minds, dog. And I was on, keep in mind, we in PR getting ready to go
Jay-Z.
out somewhere, and I'm on IG Live like, nah, that's going to have to
wait.
That's gonna have to
y'all go on without me. Go on without me.
Because Like this is an event right now. I got to check this shit out. So like the beats are sounding banging, man. You find out Swiss is a part of it. You find out
Swiss is
A-Rap had a part of
amazing.
it. Fucking Alchemist had a part in it, and it's just like, oh
Yeah, that was a surprise hearing Alchemist on it. Jay-Z and
crazy.
Alchemist finally together.
finally, bro. A-Rap.
That's
I was
crazy.
like, A-Rap's on this shit. It's word.
No, he put that shit together. But
He's always
that
been. He always has
That's
heavy
always
5%.
I didn't know he
been
was like
that's been his
spiritual,
I wasn't
like
gonna say gimmick, but like his thing.
His bread and
He's
butter.
very introspective. He'll give you a different viewpoint,
like
and he'll talk
low-key,
about things and make you want to look it up because just how he talks about it. Like he does a lot of research into things.
Yeah,
So he
he's
likes
well
to
read.
drop, knowledge whenever he can.
Yeah, I could tell that when I was listening to him. Like my favorite
Bro,
shit on
that
that
Ghost of
one
Soldier
would be
Slim hit
Universal
different,
Soldier.
dog.
To be honest,
That shit. The last track where they said that they recorded it.
It did too.
They recorded it the day Kobe died, and that shit is just
APIDTA.
that shit tugs at your heartstrings, bro. Like that shit is facts. He's like, yo, I got numbers in my phone that'll never ring again. It's just like, damn, nigga, like.
And what record was that?
The last one.
Yeah, that shit was. Yeah, that was a tough. But yo, needs to listen to that.
Yeah,
this is
it bookends
a written
the whole
testimony,
project.
and it's the 10th song.
But my thing was on Twitter and shit. People were just like, "Yo, Jay washed him," like Jay-Z washed him, like Jay.
I wonder what that.
Yeah, but they just gotta call him Hove.
Yeah, facts, Jay. But Hove is going Hove, bro. Like he always in a different level. This is the first time we hear like Jay spit all this 5% talk like this before. And he's just in his bag. I mean,
in a sense, he's been doing it, sprinkling it all over. But this is
like consistent. Yeah.
This is a concentrated project of it.
And of course, it's him, tackling everything that's been going on with the NFL and things of that nature. So,
yeah, saying that he didn't sell out.
Mm-hmm. He said, "Man, Hove is the greatest."
So now Hove is on the whole project or just the beginning?
Because of the fact that he's not even addressed that.
Nah, he's on
8 of the 10 tracks.
Okay, so he played a huge part
most
in
of the songs.
So I definitely give it a good listen.
Yeah,
one of those tracks.
Raekwon only built for Cuban links with Ghostface Killer. It's basically Jay Electronica featuring Jay-Z on every track.
Okay.
And surprisingly, they said that they made it within 40 days.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So these haven't been records that have been sitting around. Yeah.
It sounds like it has been made in 40 days, which I don't mind. Kind of why it's
so
upsetting to me. Like initially I was underwhelmed because, like Kelly said, we've been waiting 10 years for this album. And the best verse on the album is a song that's 10 years old, Jay-Z's verse on Shiny Suit Theory, and it's just like, okay, you're still doing the same thing that you did 10 years ago. You're still flipping these rhymes, that the same ones that you did 10 years ago. I haven't seen really too much
progress,
development. Yeah, growth. Like he gave us exactly what he's been doing. No, actually, he gave us, I feel like, less of an effort because I heard a lot of Jay Electronica songs. And, some of my favorite songs, there's nothing on this album that come close to that. There's nothing on this album that, like, really enlightens me because he's an enlightened rapper and he will enlighten you with his raps about things that you just never thought about and things like that.
Yeah, he is.
But nothing that he said really, got through to me. He was talking a lot, but none of it really stuck.
Right.
To the
so
ribs.
He's an enlightened rapper that didn't enlighten you.
Correct. Hove was more inspiring on this entire project.
For the first time.
The difference because for the longest time, everybody put Jay Electronica in this top tier category.
Mm-hmm.
They were calling him an alien, along with Andre 3000 and all that stuff.
Even Kendrick Lamar.
They were trying to put Jay Electronica up there. And some niggas were like, no, because he don't got a project. And now that the project has dropped, I don't feel like he's in that category.
Where's Andre? Speaking of, where's Andre 3000 been? I haven't heard him in a while. I might just be asleep.
He did our interview with
Rick
Rick
Rubin.
Rubin.
Okay.
A
He
sit-down
does not
interview.
collaborate with
Highly
nobody.
recommend y'all
But
listen to that.
have
Yeah.
you heard any like music? That's what I'm
No, he's
saying.
not.
I didn't
He's
mean
not
like
releasing music.
physically. Where has he been at? I mean like where has he been at musically? Like Rihanna's in a
No,
fucking hiatus. Like
He said that he lost
unless
confidence.
what? He's amazing. And Andre 3000 verse always hits. Like
yeah,
what?
But
you can hear it in
you just gotta accept it.
listen to
Yeah.
But
yeah
he's in a whole
listen to
different
Solo
space, man. Like
Reprise
him,
on
like
Frank
in
Ocean.
the interview, like when you listen to it, he's like, at this point in my life, it's
Yeah.
funny because a lot of my goals are just so simple, because he picked up, I think it's like a bass clarinet or whatever.
Mhm.
He just be walking around New York City playing that shit. And there's always been like little pictures that people would take with him, like, yo, it's Andre 3K, what the fuck is he doing? But he's like, yo, like my goals now is I just want to learn how to play this bass clarinet and be able to go to a park. And if something's going down, I could just play like whatever off the top of my head.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why people consider Andre 3000 the alien, because he
He's
just does
different.
things different.
He's just different
He
as
just
hell.
does things everything
It
different.
is great to be different, but
Yeah.
it sucks to. It's great to be different, but
That's good to
also
be
at
different.
some
'Cause he
point,
got
if you get
longevity with
people,
it.
fans like me, like where you been at? I want something. You need something.
that
Almost.
motherfucker wears overalls with both the things strapped up. That nigga different.
He is different.
So
He wears a
with his
painter
J
suit.
Electronica
He
album,
looks like a painter in all time.
I fucking hate you.
It's funny because me and Shells were
Hey,
just talking
but
about him
he
the
is
other
an
day
artist
too.
in his craft.
Fucking
Shout
funny
out
how
to
shit
him.
comes back up.
Somebody said, I wonder if Rihanna's making music. She's not.
All right, see,
It's not happening.
She
just talk
is.
about more
She
shit,
is.
man.
she is. She posted a picture in the studio
Well,
with
I believe it. Like
Pharrell and
She
them.
living
Kelly
her
always
best
says, I
life.
believe when
She
I see
making
it.
Fendi.
I hope
It's a
Fendi.
for when
fact.
I hear it. I hope I have the same effect as Kelly usually does. Maybe you need to reiterate what I just said so we can hear some fucking new Rihanna.
So she could drop it.
Yeah,
Yo,
so
it
she
would
can
be
drop
funny.
it.
Rihanna never drop it on now or whatever she calling it. How about that? It'll be funny next week coming back. Rihanna announces.
Right. Imagine.
I'm like,
Hopefully,
my
fingers crossed.
nigga. I'll be like, yo, I'm done with this nonsense. I'm done.
Yo, you be the
With this
music
shit.
god for real. I'm coming to
Yeah,
you with
nah.
everything I want to drop.
But yeah,
I
I
think
would
people
say to go back to Jay Electronica, like you can't go into it with a certain ear. Like if you just finished
Yeah.
listening to Lil Uzi, you can't go listen to the Jay Electronica joint. For what it sounded like to me,
You can. It's nothing that's heavy on that album that you
Yeah,
need to
nah,
sit down and digest
I've
heavily.
been
And that's what's underwhelming about the
I haven't
album.
been
yeah. But
listening
if
to
you're Lil
EA
Uzi,
too
you turning
much.
up. You're not turning up to Jay
Yeah.
Electronica.
Nigga, that first track is gonna have you turning up, nigga. That shit is hard.
It depends on the type of person
Well,
you are.
in my
Yeah,
defense,
Nah, that shit is hard,
I have
nigga.
not listened to EA a lot. I mean, I have, but I'm saying like
What?
recently in the past couple of days. So I think at this
What?
point that'll
Oh god.
help me out.
I haven't listened to the second half yet.
I did
Don Toliver,
actually.
that shit is
I
hard.
did, and it was hard.
Did you
I
even listen
did.
to Don
I
Toliver's
listened to
Heaven or
bring it up
Hell?
in group chat because no one brought it up in group chat, and I was like, maybe I should throw that in
Hey.
there.
That's a
Yeah,
I
lot.
didn't see
alright.
it in the group chat.
I posted the
Oh, I
song.
didn't see it.
I posted the song.
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Jack Harlow
that's a good
shit
song.
goes hard. I
The only
like Hey
person I
Big
did
Head.
listen to was Jack Harlow's shit, so
I just
That's
heard
what
that
it's
single. What's
called.
poppin'? That shit is still hard. What's poppin' is still
What's
hard,
poppin'
bro.
is so
big
hard.
Can't do it.
I think
Like
that's just something more catered to
honestly,
the
all of the
female.
I'm like, who is
songs
this
on
nigga?
it. He has what, like 6 albums? Sorry, 6 tracks on the album, and they all kind of have like similar beats.
He can
He
rap.
can rap. He can. He's a white boy who can rap.
What the fuck?
Like, where's he from?
See,
Because he
no,
definitely looks like
He's
he's
from
from
New York.
I
Ohio.
already know he could do that, but damn, 6, nigga.
That's so funny.
He's
I did,
Louisville.
like if you look
He's
at
with
him, I watched
this
the What's
motherfucker
Poppin'
Bryson
video,
Tiller.
and I was like,
Tiller.
this does not look
Yeah, he
like his
looked
voice.
different.
He looked different. I can't match the voice up to the face. I like Hey
Yeah, I
Big
don't think I
Head.
could pull up to any
Hey Big Head.
I
function
seen a picture with him and
playing Hey
Pharrell. I'm like,
Big
who is
Head.
this nigga? I'm
Like,
like,
yo,
oh,
my
that's
nigga
the
was
nigga
singing
Jack
Right.
Harlow.
Hey Big Head.
Because I only
Fuck.
ever heard his music.
What's his name? Baby
I've only
That's
ever heard
Keem.
his
very
music.
ironic that he has a picture with
Baby
Pharrell.
Keem put
Jock.
out the picture with Hove, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. What's going on?
Shit, that's another
Yeah,
thing
that's
too. Kendrick,
crazy.
and he's been a part of that Kendrick rollout. Baby King.
Like, wild
Mm.
as hell.
I don't know what the fuck Kendrick doing, but
Wait,
that's
did you
what I'm
see that
saying.
little thing that
Yeah, he has a
Kendrick dropped
marketing.
out?
What is it, like a
That little
marketing
It's like a
teaser or
creative
something?
agency. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfect for him. Honestly, that's perfect. And yes, it is a perfect time to do that. And
And what
he's
a
the
time to
perfect
do it.
person to put out any type of marketing. He's so artistic. He does.
There we go. Now, look
He
at
will.
Jay. Look at you.
Hey,
This nigga
Entitled
needs to
fan.
put out a
roll it up,
fucking
Kelly. You
album.
already
Fuck
know
that
what to
shit.
say. Say it. Say it. Say it.
Kendrick Lamar album is not coming out, bro.
Say it,
It's
nigga.
not coming out.
1 week
Fucking say
time.
it.
2 weeks after Rihanna announces.
No, it's in the atmosphere. Thank God
I
my
swear.
answer.
Hey, Jay's just
I
throwing
mean,
out names
shit.
for you to say,
Absol is
Kelly.
gone too. So
I'm
fuck.
done. I'm not
Yo,
On them niggas.
roll out
not
the
your
list.
fucking lackey. You're gonna have to pay for these shout outs, you heard? Yo, no funny shit. If this continues though,
Yeah.
I'm definitely like applying for an A&R job. Like I don't give a fuck.
No funny shit. I'm calling it.
That's it.
This is gonna be the weirdest resume ever.
Hell yeah, bro.
That's like Spencer's
You could be a fortune teller, nigga. You make
fucking
some
role.
guap, nigga.
Spencer is cold. Like he'll be like, "Oh, this person's gonna pass," and they pass or some shit like that. I'm like, bro, just don't say anybody, please. Don't say anybody's name. So then he'll randomly be like, "Yo, Betty White." We're like, "No, we
Fuck
can't
no.
lose her, bro. Don't even, do not say her name, motherfucker. Don't do it." But no, I gotta listen. I gotta finish listening to Jack Harlow's shit. I fuck with him.
Nah,
It was quick. It was a quick
I
list.
don't know. I wouldn't be friends.
Like what? Bruh,
just
it's
an
like
EP?
6 songs.
It's only
I gotta
take
finish
the
listening.
second part. I
for
gotta
7
listen to
songs.
that.
Yo,
What the fuck?
honestly, I was like, I didn't even realize
This nigga
I
said-
downloaded both, and I was like, oh shit, it's a whole different thing. I thought it
Drop
was
the double album on you hoes.
Yeah, I haven't
like,
heard the special edition
I
yet.
did. I heard both. My fucking whole download list was like just the same picture of Lil Uzi,
What
the
are y'all
little
talking
album art.
Oh yeah. That shit. I was waiting on Bean to drop for a hot minute.
Honestly,
And then now that it's dropped and
what
I've
do you
been
call
hearing the
that?
snippets, I'm like, it doesn't hit the same no
It's
more.
not
for me.
album artistry. What is the proper name for that? Graphic, yeah. It
Art
reminds
direction.
me of Britney and Uzi.
Graphic.
It really does. And I
Of
miss
who?
that Uzi.
Yeah.
Well, when he was dating Britney.
Oh, got
When
you.
Uzi was with Britney, they makes
Of
me
which
miss that
one?
Uzi. That's what it makes me think
Oh,
of.
you're talking
I'm
about.
with you.
Like,
Oh yeah.
bruh.
I'm up.
P's and Q's was that shit.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I remember when P's and Q's dropped, nigga. I used to be smoking
Uzi
backwards and with these niggas just high listening to Uzi. I'm like, God damn, bro. Time changed. Yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, like that fucking
Sub-Zero?
what song was it? Chrome Heart Tags, man. The fact that he put his little pizzazz on that shit made that shit popping to me.
Like I miss Uzi.
Sub-Zero too.
Well, other Uzi.
Damn, I'm mad.
I'm just glad
I
we
never
old
think
people
about that till
grown.
music. Music really
we
makes me feel old.
Proving people wrong how?
Because nigga, when he first came out, when he first started like pop on like the mainstream level, people were like, yo, he not gonna make it.
Huh?
He not gonna do that. He not gonna. There was that clip from Hot 97. Ebro, like, we gonna see if you're around in like a year. He's like, nah, I will be, and I'm gonna be a rock star.
They thought he was a fad.
Yeah, and then fast forward to all these years later, and now like
still relevant.
He just smashed. His first week sales is crazy.
Word. They said look. They said look.
He had like 20 songs charted, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think they thought that his style was gonna fit.
On the top 100.
The deluxe said, yeah, this nigga.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they thought that his style was gonna fucking fit, but it did.
Like that little nigga off
nigga,
the
that's
Game of
happened.
Thrones.
He's a weirdo,
Kanye,
but
Travis
that's what made
Scott, all
him.
these different artists that have gone through that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They even said the same thing to Juice WRLD. And look what Juice WRLD did. Man, fuck them niggas, bro. Every time somebody says somebody's gonna end up a loser, like unless you're like, what's that one rapper?
Blueface, baby.
Nigga, he's not a rapper.
I'm not a rapper.
I don't know who that fuck that nigga is, dog. I'm sorry. Blueface.
You know, they always say that when someone's not for everyone at first.
It was like,
Let's
who
be honest.
You know they suck.
I'll be honest.
I used to use that excuse. I used to be like, yo, it's
I don't
not
think
for me.
Blueface will ever be.
I don't listen to that shit.
For anybody. Yeah, word. I don't even give that kind of excuse and be like, nah, that's not the sound.
That's
you
a
can
fact.
tell somebody, you can tell a person if you look at their playlist or look at the artist they download. You can tell You like, oh, what
He
kind of
said,
person?
"Oh my
I'm a fan of this
God."
goddamn
My downloads
Blueface. He
are
got
so
Trippie Redd.
various
He
that I
got.
don't think that would be the same for me.
I mean,
Like I have literally, if I read through all my downloads, you have
yeah.
reggaeton, bachata songs, and then you got American, you have R&B, you have rap, you have something
As
in
you
the middle,
should.
something more like
He
pop.
got American songs.
America.
See,
Yeah,
you're
put on the
Listen,
cultured.
that's
American
what I
See,
flag.
learned being in
that's
PR, my
okay. That's
nigga. Yo, Bad
acceptable.
Bunny, I knew it before,
So
but he
like,
really got the whole island on
He has a whole
lock,
island
bro.
on
mine will
lock.
go
The
from
whole
The
like,
whole
island. They
shit.
love
I
him.
heard
yeah.
that whole album. Keep in mind, there's like 20 songs on it. Outside, everywhere it was playing it, dog. I'm like, yo, that's just how, like, when you have a certain place on, nigga, that's the homeland. Nigga, he got the whole place on
See,
lockdown, bro. Nigga, I downloaded Duolingo. I got
I'm
you.
fucking
Man, you
mad
He
just
because
gotta
said
I'm
listen
in
to
the
vibes.
Duolingo.
I
Spanish
listen to a
lane,
lot of
so I
music
can't
I don't
follow the
understand.
hype with it.
Nigga, yo,
I
that
mean,
was
you
putting
can
me
listen
on,
yeah,
to
but
the
bro.
you
beat
know,
though.
see, I'm
That's what
like,
most Americans listen,
yeah,
like
this
why they
nigga probably
listen
saying some
to.
fire, nigga.
I'm
You
I
probably
wouldn't
just
say
saying,
talking
American,
shit
but
about me,
English.
you know?
A lot of English people or people who don't understand Spanish listen to Latin music because of the beat.
America.
Really, because of the beat,
Okay.
because they don't know what the fuck that they're listening to, but they
Nigga,
listen to the
they was
beat and
putting me on out there, dog.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, it's more than just that.
hell yeah.
they
That's
dembo.
how we used to get down to some dembo, nigga.
Yo, they put
You
me
remember
on
them Bronx
this one
Wine days and
joint Bad
listening to
Bunny got
dembo and
on
not
that
knowing the
album, dog. It
fuck
has like
they
5
saying,
beat
nigga.
switches.
You
I'm like, nah, this is the hardest song I ever heard in my
grinding.
life. this nigga I forget what is
Nah, I
it,
mean, I don't know
Safayana, some
what he's
shit like
saying, but
that.
let me find out
You know
what's
which
the
one I'm
song.
talking about, Lisa. Like
I
halfway, it's
know.
like,
That's
oh,
why
say
I'm like,
baby, or yo, that shit
Damn.
hard,
let me look through the track list.
hard.
I can
It
tell
has
you
like 5
exactly.
different beat switches. The shit is like 4 minutes long. I'm like, nah, I'm in, bro. I'm in for the ride. That's one thing I never
With
realized. I don't know.
Yo, what the
Joel
fuck
and
is the
Randy and
name of the
Niega
album,
Flow.
my
Yes.
nigga?
Yeah,
Yes. That record is
Yeah,
hard.
I'll send you. Let me see if I can send it without. I'm
Do that.
sending it.
But yeah, we couldn't go anywhere
Safayana.
without hearing that shit, bro. Like, I'm like, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Have that whole shit on lock,
Hey
get your
man,
bread,
yeah, I gotta tune
come
into
back,
that.
they treat you like a king.
Word.
It was good being in the motherland, though, for a little bit. Pre-corona. Well, corona was still out there, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Pre-corona, man.
The Modelo. Yo, that's the thing, man.
That's
They have
crazy. I'm about to
medallion
go
lights
drink a
out there, bro.
Modelo.
Them shits was
I'm a
like
fancy
$2.
Corona.
I was like, yo, we lit. Bro, I was like, we out here all the
Mm-hmm.
time. It's over.
Give me the whole thing.
Nigga,
I can
we
buy the
lit.
whole
Bro,
thing.
I'm at the point. I'm like, now that I'm looking at my messages come set, I'm at the point. I'm about to say, "Hey, big
Yeah,
head" to
man.
somebody. I'm bored. I just want to have
No,
a
social
conversation.
distancing,
Yeah,
bro.
the
Like,
Corona.
No.
no,
No.
I'm not talking. I could social distance and flirt with some and lie to them via text.
Oh, yeah,
Wink,
you could.
wink,
It takes nothing
wink,
to lie
wink.
over the phone.
Oh, so you
Okay,
just bored.
I'm bored. I just told you
Wink,
I'm so
wink.
bored. I'm at the point where I'm about to just talk to people to talk to them.
Oh,
So
man.
I gotta get out the
Damn,
I
crib.
was about to say,
damn.
It sounds
yeah.
like we got to wrap this up.
Yo, as soon as this shit over, I
Nah,
gotta
you know what? Because
block.
as soon
It
as this
sounds like
shit
the
gets
perfect
Block.
out,
time for
all
us
these
to wrap
niggas
up
that been
episode
gassed
105. Thank y'all for
and
tuning in.
tries to be
I'm
like,
getting
nah,
hectic.
nigga.
Anissa about to
What?
dive
Damn.
into some random DM. So if it was you, just understand, it's not you, it's her.
Exactly.
All right.
It's the
With the
wine.
Rona,
It's the wine talking, not
CTE.
me. Look at Jay.
Y'all, all right, y'all.
There we
So
All
go again.
right.
Oh
we
shit.
out of
There
here.
we
Let
Be
go
me get a
again,
hold of
man.
safe.
that.
Y'all see
You
it? Y'all think I was capping?
Practice social distancing and that's a
This
little
guy.
dab of fun.
Practice social distancing with a
Just a
little
little
bit of
Video
dab.
fun.
chat is still social distancing. Wink, wink.
A little dab of fun. From one end.
See,
Hell yeah.
y'all, there's something going
Exactly.
on here, but
Hey,
we're gonna talk about it next week. All
don't
right,
give out
y'all,
no
we're gonna
secrets
holler
like
at you.
that. They gonna find out, girl.